Welcome back, student. Now we will start with our last topic of this theme 6. Okay, and I told you that there is a three order, but after that the fourth order also came into being, and that fourth order is called because of the development of towns, new towns and town people. Okay, so this is our fourth order. All right, so we will. So there was new towns and townspeople. So we can call them as the fourth order. Understood? Now I told you that during the 11th century there was an increase in the agriculture production because of the new agriculture technologies. All right, so obviously because of the expansion in agriculture it lead to the growth of the population. All right, now the population, if we talk about in 1000 there was a 42 million. Okay, okay, and if we talk about the population in 1200 there was 62 and in 1300 there was 73. Okay, so you can see the growth of population in Europe because of this. But if we talk about the women, their average lifespan was less because they were not getting a lot of food as compared to the men. Men, they were having a good food, but the women, they were deprived of this because they ate less better food. Okay, now there was a towns during the Roman Empire, but these towns have become deserted, okay, and ruined. But from the 11th century, again, because of the production of the agriculture, lot of production was there. So the farmer, they wanted to sell their produce in exchange of tools and cloth. Okay, so obviously they set up one location where they used to exchange this grains with the cloth and the tools. All right, so obviously there was a periodic fairs used to be held. Small marketing centers were gradually developed. Okay, and later the towns got developed. Now the obviously we call a place a town because of certain features. Okay, so obviously that time there was a town square, a church was there, roads were where merchant built shops and homes were there, and offices were there. Obviously we can call that place a town. Now these towns, obviously they are set up on the land of a noble. Now these merchants, they have to pay something. Okay, they have to give the service, but instead of giving service, these people, they used to pay tax to the lord who owned that land where the town stood. All right, now town was a free air. Town makes air makes free. Okay, there was a popular saying, the town air makes free. Now why this is called like this? Okay, why this phrase was used? Now actually the serf, I told you the serfs were there. They are totally dependent on the lord. They do not getting any money. If they wanted to marry these serfs, they can marry only with the permission of the lord. Now they were fed up from this system. Okay, now these serfs, okay, they ran away from the field of the lord, okay, from the clutches of the lord, and they hid in the town. Now when the town they were developing, obviously there was a lot of shops, shopkeepers were there, merchants were there, but there was a less laborer. So these merchant trader, they also need some labor. Okay, but these serfs, they were unskilled labor. But still, now if the serf is hid in the town, if his lord not able to find him, for 1 year and 1 day, then that serf will be considered as free serf. So obviously this system, it attracted other serf also, and they started running away from the property of the lord, and they started hiding in these towns. Okay, so this town became their shelter. Obviously they started working over here, but later, as the population of the towns got increased, there was a need of skilled labor. Obviously they need individual with skills like bankers and lawyers. So the big towns had a population of about 30,000. They could be said to have formed a fourth order. Understood? That is why we can call this big town as a fourth order. Now, in the towns, there is a guild. Now, this guild word is used for a lot of things. Okay, it can be called as organization of traders, okay, or we can call as union. All right, and these guild, they used to meet at a guild hall. Now what the guild do? The guild control the price of any commodity. All right, and they control the quality and its sale. All right, so if we talk about the one article, that is salt, so whoever is selling a salt over there, all these traders, they make up a one union called a guild. Okay, so the leader of that guild, okay, or the most important member of that guild, they will discuss its quality, its price, at what price that salt will be sold in the market, and about its quality. All right. Now later these big towns, they were patrolled by the guard around the walls. Okay, even the musician that were earlier, they used to go from one manor to another, now they can come in the this towns, and they can sing, and they can have their feast. All right. Now by the 11th century, there was a new trade route. All right, so new trade route with West Asia, it lead to the trade with obviously, if they are having a trade with West Asia, the articles from the West Asia, they started coming into the market of European. Okay, European towns and market. All right. Now if we talk about in France in the 12th century, the commerce and craft, they began to grow. Okay, so these French people, they were very good in commerce and craft. All right, but earlier the craftsmen, if they wanted to sell any their articles, they have to go from one manor to another. Okay, so it takes a lot of time. Now they do not need to go to every house, every village. Now they can straight away come into these towns, and easily the people can have that articles. Okay. Now next thing, as the number of towns grew and the trade continued to expand, so town merchant, the result of this was the town merchant became rich and powerful, and they started competing with the nobility. Okay, they started challenging the nobility. Now next our topic is the cathedral town. If we talk about cathedral, the cathedral is a big church. Okay, now if we talk about the cathedral town, so the rich merchant, they started donating the money for making the churches. Obviously that big church is called Cathedral Church. So here different people from the society, they are donating money, they are working, okay, they are contributing something to make that church. Now the cathedral church were first built in France, all right. So these churches, they belong to monasteries, but different group of people, they contributed to this, like labor, material, money, all right. Now the cathedral church, they were built of a stone. Okay, obviously it took many years to complete this cathedral church. Now the area around the cathedral church, it started getting populated because the people, they started coming here as a pilgrimage. Okay, so cathedral church were the obviously they developed it as a pilgrimage town. All right, now why these cathedral church were built? So the cathedral church was designed because so that the priest voice could be heard clearly within the hall where the large number of people are sitting, all right, and so that the singing by the monks could sound beautiful. It is designed in such a way, and the chiming bells calling the people to pray could be heard over a long distance. Now in these cathedral church, they used to have instead of plain glass, they used to use a stained glass windows, and in that stained glass windows, it illustrate the different pictures like stories of the Bible. Through the pictures were illustrate from these windows. Okay, and obviously this picture it can be easily understood by the illiterate people, that means uneducated people, they can also have this. Okay, and it obviously it looks beautiful also. Now next our topic is the crisis of the 14th century. Now what happened in the 14th century? There are many reasons, okay, that led to the crisis of the 14th century in Europe. Now first thing is, now earlier I told you from the 11th century there was a warm climate. Okay, the climate of the Europe became warm, but after 300 years again the summers, they become very cold. So if the summer is becoming very cold, so obviously it is difficult for the peasant to grow crops because of the less, this winter is more and the summer is less. Okay, so the soil again started getting frost, and with this the productivity of the soil decreased. All right, now next जो important thing है, that is there was a metal money. Now with the shortage of metal money, okay, the silver mines in Australia and Serbia, there was a shortage of metal, that is silver. So this forced the government to reduce the silver content of the currency and to mix it with a cheaper metal. Now next, the reason for this crisis is that as the European merchants, they are having a trade with the Asian people, so obviously this trade, what is happening, the ships that are carrying goods from a distant country, along with the goods, these ships, they are bringing rat. So these rats, they started getting into the Europe, and this led to a deadly bubonic plague infection, and this is called as the Black Death in the Western Europe. Okay, and this epidemic hit between the 1347 to 1350, and this lead to the death of 20% of the whole Europe. They died. All right. Now it is said that the population of Europe, that was 73 million, हमने पहले बात की है in 1300, और in 1400 ये जो 73 मिलियन पॉपुलेशन है, ये इतनी ज़्यादा डेथ हुई कि दिस पॉपुलेशन डिक्रीज टू 45 मिलियन in 1400. ओके, तो 1400 में कितनी बन गई? 43 मिलियन. This plague lead to the death of the so much people, 45 million, sorry. All right. Okay. Now, obviously because of this epidemic, there was a social unrest. The income of the lord was badly hit. It declined as the agriculture prices came down and the wages of the labor increased. Okay, so the labor wages, it got increased and the agriculture जो prices है, it declined. All right. Now next thing is there was a peasant revolt. Okay, like in 1358 there is a revolt in France. Okay, and in 1381 there is a revolt of peasant in England. Okay, but these peasant revolt, they were against the nobility, those who were oppressing it. But the nobles, they were able to suppress this revolt, but the peasant ensured that the feudal privilege that were earlier used by the nobles, it cannot be used. There is some little changes. Okay, so these changes were in favor of the peasant. Now next thing, we have political change. So obviously the nobility, they were being challenged by the trader and merchant who were rich. Okay, and now what happened? This lead to a new monarch. Okay, so there was a new monarch, and these kings, instead of depending upon the nobles for the troops, these kings, they started maintaining a standing army. Okay, they started maintaining permanent bureaucracy. They started taxation system so that they can collect the taxes from the people and they can pay their large standing army. All right. So obviously, if the king is having a large army, the nobles, they cannot compete with that king. Understood? Now, why these monarchs, they were able to successfully establish their new monarch? Because of social change which had taken place in the 12th and the 13th century. All right. Obviously, the dislocation of the feudal system of lordship and vassalage, ठीक है, उसके ऊपर बहुत hit पड़ा, and the slow rate of economic growth had given to the first opportunity to the king to increase their control over their powerful and not so powerful subject. That means they can able to control the nobles and they were able to control the peasants. All right. Now, even the kings, they were having weapons. All right, they were having guns. Okay, artillery were there. So obviously, this large standing army, if any noble wanted to attack the king, he will not be able to succeed because the king is having a lot of firepower, lot of army. Okay. Now, next thing is in France, Louis XI, he had to wage a long struggle against the duke and princess. So that means the nobles, these kings, they were not able to achieve this new monarchy. Okay, they were not able to control such a large population. But for that also they have to compete with their brothers and with their other family of the royal family. Okay, even with the dukes and princes also. All right, even the nobles, they were also resisting the king control because the power of the nobles got decreased. All right, but the nobility, they were managed to shift to ensure their survival. They started becoming loyal to the king. All right, now the king, they started keeping these this nobles as their members of the cabinet where they used to discuss it. All right. Now, next very important thing is that even if the king wanted to rule, he cannot rule himself. Even if the king is poor or if the king is the powerful. Okay, for that he have to depend upon the parliament. Now, if we talk about England, in England, the Anglo-Saxon okay, that were ruling in 6th century England, they were having a great council. So the king have to consult to this council to make any decision, all right, and this council was called parliament. So obviously there is a king named Charles I. He ruled for 11 years, but he did not give any respect to the parliament, okay. But obviously when there was a shortage of money, he was forced to call the parliament, and when the parliament was called, the nobles, the lords, okay, they waged a war against this Charles I, and later he was killed, all right. Later they established a republic, but this did not last and monarchy was restored, but on the condition कि जो monarch है that the parliament would be called regularly. जो चार्ल्स वन ने जो गलती की, अगला monarch ये वाली गलती नहीं करेगा. In England I am talking about, okay. So today the France has a republican form of government and England has a monarchy. So this is because of the different direction that these both histories of these both country go, okay, after the 17th century. So after the 17th century, you know, there was a revolt in the France. So obviously it dissolved that monarchy and they set up a republic state, okay. But in England there was not such revolt, all right, because the monarchs, they were calling the parliament, all right. So obviously the people's vote were also there with the king of the England. So that is why still the monarchy is there in England, all right. So now student, with that we have finished this theme 6, the 3 order, and now I want you to solve the back exercise by yourself, all right. Thank you very much.